Afternoon. Well, nearly afternoon. I guess it's 11:57. You know, a lot of people, once they're about, 30, especially if they have any kids, they start saying how they're old. I think that if you were to already have raised 2-3 families worth of kids by the time you're 40 and not have any, and have traveled and moved 80 times and done about every kind of job and researched everything that you were interested in, that one would be a child. And that old means you're bored. You need something to flex your brain. You need more challenges. Unless the old is realizing you're in really deep and you don't know how to deal with it. But then that's still young, right? Because then it's you're overwhelmed. You can't grow because of debt and time constrictions. Well, I get bored easy as it is. And considering I've had to live my entire life off of nothing. Well, the one to carry all the new shit, so it can just be stolen. Just keep all the old fuckers alive. I'm tired of waiting. And, so they imposed upon me this whole thing like, well, see, everyone else can do it. Everyone else can be famous. Hey, look, this person can write a song. Why can't you do it? And that exact attitude from the ego gets from me because I don't fucking want to. If you wanted me to do it, well, then you would have put me around people that are like that instead of making sure that everyone that's admiring me isn't on fucking some other fucking planet and all getting rich. This reading opened up with Our Lady of Guadalupe, one of my favorites. Surrounding Roses, too. Empress of Protection. I am safe and divinely protected. I am held in love at all times. So, today, I've filled out a Pell Grant. So if something doesn't happen, well, fuck. I don't care. I am who I am, and nobody can take that away from me. And if they wait till I'm dead before anyone acknowledges it, then that just shows that mankind really is controlled by something very sinister and evil, and everyone is in trouble. Because they'd rather hide the good news in the book and the one walking it under a bunch of clowns. They don't know shit from Shinola. I have to get somebody else to check in on me to find out what's going on each day, so they can set up their plans when they've never gone without in their entire fucking lives. So I'm kind of to the point where, well, fuck. If I can't even go on a fucking date, why the fuck do I care? What the fuck they're doing in Washington, D.C.? To put it rudely, I don't know. All you fuckers elected them. Or the computer did it. And nobody had any choice anyway. So why do I care? All they've done from over there to me is knock me around. Not even like a like. Not really. Because they got to be in on it and they got to make it torture. At the same time, either way. Okay, well then you fuckers can be bored. I don't care about being famous. See, that's the difference of how everyone else has an ego, but I'm like the inverted ego. That's also why I don't like doing anything fancy, like make it so like, oh, I come in and hey, here's my spiel every day and da 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 da, and oh look, I got fancy stuff. Fuck. So what? I'm God, supposedly. Okay, so big fucking deal. Everyone else wants to make something of it and wants to be somebody important. Who fucking cares? Everyone is equal. And if they don't see it that way, then I guess that makes them the lesser. And they want to make it so that everything around me, oh, well, see, he manifested that. So then it's on him. But any fucking idiot could go on there and if they serve the purpose of misguiding people or a new fad or whatever, they'll all of a sudden have all this support and then they'll fade out just as fucking quick. Because it's just a gimmick. I'm not a gimmick. And I can give a shit less about politics. Unless I'm running that shit. They owe me a lot of money anyway. The system does. Make sure that I can do nothing about it either. Well, every fucking criminal there is can get a job in the Trump administration. I mean, they might as well, as of this election, they might as well just fucking cancel background checks on every single job, even police officers, because if you're going to let anybody in, no matter what, then at the top and then say that, well, they're in charge or anything, then basically the whole fucking the United States outside of this house, of this body right here, is in contempt of court. And you can't support nothing. Everyone's leaning on somebody else and making judgments based upon whatever's convenient, whatever they can take for granted and easy, not have to face themselves or their shadow or talk about it, and really can't and doesn't have any accountability as I have. If I have to surrender things and release, well, then in that process, then all this kind of shit that's on here would be there. And then it wouldn't look pretty. It'd have all that. At the same time as if I deleted something, because a year later I look back and I'm like, that's kind of old. And I don't want that on there anymore. I'm not hiding anything. Everyone had it was there the whole fucking time. And so then one can't hold anything against me. And it all is released. And I have surrendered. Every single day, all of the time. To whatever process came up next. Without hiding nothing. In fact, showing, if I didn't show it, spoke about all the ugliest parts of it. So, I don't know about the truth teller in the Oval Office, but I don't think there's really any comparison. So, and they have me so far buried. I made sure to max out my credit cards for a fucking shitty ass scam deal of a business setup that was purposely broken down into pieces, and they didn't do a fucking thing for it. They just took $3,000 for basically no work to drag it out and to distract me from the spiritual journey, hoping to have me pulled in both directions like some fucking jerk offs do, while they sit on their fucking throne and suck on their thumbs and have the other one up their butthole, hanging out with their boyfriends, and just carrying on. Oh, good for you guys. What's privilege for? It's fucking worthless. Just makes you look like a loser. So I think about money. People have a whole bunch, you don't know what to fucking do with it. You can only put so much makeup on a fucking pig. And then had that tooth problem in December, and then boom, they called me up. Like, oh yeah, well, it's here, only $66 a month. Hey, and it got all that. And then I go to the dentist, and they're like, no, it doesn't cover what they said it would. And now the fuckers are still calling me like 3 times a day now. Hey, are you gonna pay us? I canceled that. And so then as soon as there's money, $66 in my account, they're going to steal it after I already canceled the government health care insurance that was supposed to cover my dental. But instead, I have a $700 bill. So as soon as I get a job, fucking 2 weeks or more, I have to pay for a tooth that was supposed to be fucking paid for. Courtesy of our government. I got $2,000 in student loan debts when I've been fucking educating them bastards for 5 years at least. I mean, why do you think Zelensky and Trump were meeting under the dead Pope's fucking throne? And why did Vance go see the Pope right before he died? And that was convenient that they found a way to sink me the day before Easter, and then they found a way to kill Francis the day after, just so they could fucking jerk us around for a month or so. That's all they do. They ain't fucking working for nobody. Nobody. Guaranteed. I trust Francis better than I trust any of the fuckers in the White House. Even if he was, if it was a huge coup and he was a Nazi. At least he knew how to stay put like I do. He wasn't getting any money off the shit. He's just having to suffer like I do. And from the last 2 months or whatever, and from my final job, having to leave that because of some bullshit within the job where I was being treated unfairly, and my boss is trying to steal from the company, and they'll set me up in all this way. And so then I got like $1,000 worth of my utility bills to pay. So if I get a good paying job, I'm probably gonna have to work the entire summer and put every penny into shit that should have been fucking covered. But instead, well, I gotta carry the whole fucking debt system. Well, I mean, did Doge save anybody any money? No. They made a whole bunch of people jobless. And at the same time, those jobless people at the same time probably can get unemployment and stuff. So then they're still getting paid, but then the positions aren't filled. It's just a bunch of waste. And they're not even here to fucking talk to somebody. Not even straight up. What's truth telling, huh? They're not accountable for a goddamn thing. And they hold every little fucking a little hair, a little nick against anybody. Wow. Oh, well, fuck. I can just run through hose all day long and then get up here in front of everyone and tell everybody, hey, I'm Elon Musk. I can do whatever I want. We're polluting the town. Hey, what do you do about it? Hey, don't worry. We plugged into the healthcare system so we can suck the life out of you fuckers for the next, 100 years. And your next 3 generations of people who live in that town. We don't care. Because we're rich. We don't give a fuck about anybody. That's what I think of the administration. A bunch of wasteful bastards. They don't know what to do with their time, their money, their mouth, and they don't even know how to relax. And they have to be up in everybody else's business because they ain't got none of their own. See, like for instance, oh, well, so then the French Prime Minister, I don't know, Macron or whatever, and his wife slapped him, but nobody knows what it was about, right? But see, me and my mom got an argument, and you know exactly what was said. And I brought up all that stuff before. And so, see, that's how truth moves forward. At the same time as, so we didn't talk for a couple days. The next, we're going to the store. And then when we come back, I'm going to help her set up her fucking craft room, which I've been offering since I moved in. And when I moved in, I organized and cleaned almost the entire house. So who's holding grudges, right? And I don't know why the fuck, in that situation, why she would do that. right at the fucking doorway. It just shows, see, these people are in charge and they cannot control themselves. And when they do control themselves, it's in a manipulative fashion. 1511. So, oh, that's just what I want to say for the midday here. Like $300 to the gas company and $250 to the internet. I canceled it and they're like, still strung it out for another month. I had to take the modem back today. So they're going to charge me another $150 for a $20 piece of equipment that they've gotten more than enough money out of. You know, the system's just total on RAPE. And there ain't nobody at the top to be accountable for it. None whatsoever. They're worried about Hegseth and his signal chats. Fuck. I'm the most guarded fucking secret of the Pentagon that they're trying to get maneuvered. That's why every time I post some shit, especially over the last 6 months or so, that reveals something, then they gotta show a big old fucking a bunch of bullshit to have everyone distracted, but still have to do with that, but not to put it all about them, so they can weave their way into everything without being just fucking straight up. All because of this weird shit about the truth behind Jesus. You know, of all the videos that I played lately, you know, maybe in a playlist, the number one that you should watch, if you want, of something that was written a long time ago and is almost to the fucking T exact. There's a video called The Life of Jesus, Isa, A.S., subhanAllah. It's 51 minutes and like 54 seconds. Watch that. Then you know the truth. Exactly. Almost exact. As if they just wrote it to today about the last bit of my life. And how, even in their story, see, that Jesus got mixed around and he had to take on and be Judas. But then when he went to heaven, oh, well, then he saw the other side and he said, oh, look, this guy is a fucking fake. Just like I said, as soon as I went to the other side and saw Jesus, right away, when I awoke, I'm like, Lucifer, that's what's wrong with everyone else. Everyone's delusional. There is a deluge. And then when he would come back, then he'd say, no, I'm not Jesus. I'm Judas. And everyone's like, what? We're confused. But it's obvious. Dear Jesus. But now we don't know what to say or do. And just like Trump and this administration, since his middle name is John, but the middle name, so he's like trying to hold it down and bend it around for his favor or whatever, where between him and Elon, they're both playing John, Jesus, the angel in the middle, and playing a telephone game with themselves to control everything, while I sit out here and I'm actually the topic of concern. But they're the ones that is the concern. The system isn't running worth a shit. They don't know what to do with their money. They don't even know what the fuck money is. Everything's just... And if somebody won't submit to them, well, that shows how high their fucking horse is. How deep their head is up their ass. Because that means they really don't know the ego and they don't know me. When everyone, especially a child or an animal, would be up here. Every adult is the same. But as soon as I meet up with somebody, instantly, they look at me as beneath them. Or as too high for them, one way or another. And not on equal footing. And so then they're over and over, under, out of the way. So those playing games and unsure about themselves are really the ones they're going to be having a hard time and have been having a hard time. Well, I'm getting ready to go to the store with my mother. Need a phone card. Take this modem back. Here we are. Guardian Angel, at your service. You're not alone. And the Shaolin Master again. That's what we got this afternoon. So, well, hope y'all have a good afternoon. I'm gonna get some running around done. And I'll probably check you this evening. Later.